Hi everyone, my name is Como. Welcome to our new project, 21 Days Challenge for our now beginner. So it's cooperated by both Agisa Studio and Delaville, Canada. Here's 7 different styles you can learn from our challenge. Hopefully you can enjoy it. We're gonna learn a lot simply from our preparation and single color. Then we're gonna use our nail accessories to do different style. We also gonna learn some like blending art, the marble art, and we're gonna use our mold to make some 3D accessories. So let's do it. Before you start this challenge, there's something you need to get prepared. So what do you need here is like the nail pads, the files for our shaping, like the cuticle nipper, the pusher for our cuticle removal, and there's some other basic stuff like the base top gels, the brush, and the alcohol you need. So for video 1, we're gonna start from the first part, theory. And the first thing you need to know is what gels are. Our gels actually are liquid rhythm. It's as known as the plastics. And what's in it? So we have oligomer, monomer, polymerization initiator, and some other additives. Under the UV and LED lights, it becomes solid. So the whole process we call it curing. After this UV exposure, we have our cured gel. And the next part, we're gonna learn different gels. So we have so many different gels, and here we're gonna tell you how to identify it. So our gels basically can divide it 2 parts. The first one is soft gel. If your gels can be soaked off by the solvents like acetone, it means it's soft gel. So we have base gel, color gel, mixing, builder, scouting gels. They're all soft gels. Some of the builder scouting is a little bit tricky. You have to read the product's info to make sure it's soft gel. Then on the other side, we have our hard gel, which cannot be soaked off by the solvents. So how we're gonna remove it is just physically file it off, or you can use the e-file to remove it. And let's see what are hard gels. So we have top gel, extension gel, and then some products just call them hard gel. So extension is also a little bit tricky. Please read the product's info before you purchase and use it. Since we have so many different brands from different countries, so be very careful before you purchase any products. We recommend you to read the product's info before you want to use it. Alright, so that's the basic things you need to know about our gels. Then we're gonna go to our first part, which is the nail preparation. And the first step is nail removal. It's optional because sometimes you might don't have any previous gels on your nails. So if you do so, you need to remove it first. You can use acetone or e-file to do that. The next step is shaping. So you want to make sure how long your nails will be and the shape. And the next step is cuticle removal. So we need to first soften our cuticle, then push it, then remove it. After the cuticle removal, the step is our polishing. So this is the last step we need to do. We have to make sure before we put the gels on, your nail surfaces are all matte and without any oil and water. So the last part is cleaning. Clean up all the dust before you apply gels on it. And the next one is the nail shapes. We're gonna introduce those 8 different nail shapes. So we have 3 common shapes, which are squirrel, oval, and the almond shape. We barely use the square shape in our nail salon work because the rectangle is quite sharp. It's very hard for our gels to stick on the tips. Then we need to learn some professional words which use it in nails. The first one is AB points, which are start points and 8 points of our smile line. The next one is the loose cuticle. In the practical parts, I'm gonna show you where it is. So this is very important. This is the part we have to remove from our nails. And the next one is the free edge, which is at the very front of our nail. Then we need to know the orders of our nail shapes. The first one is if you're gonna do a square or squirrel or ballerina or coffin, you have to do this first step to make it straight, which is our free edge. Then the second step is the sides. So we need to make the sides straight as well. And the last step is the shape. If we're gonna do the rounded oval almond, such as that, so we need to make some oval shapes. Now we are going to our most excited part, which is the technical part. In this part, we have to get those things prepared. Base gel, color gel, top gel, brush, and tools used for nail preparation. So let's get started. Since I don't have to do gel removal, so let's go to the first part, shaping. So here we have our emery board, which for our natural nails, and we have our file, which is 100 and 180 for gels only. Then we have our spongy buffer, which has 3 different roughness. So I use my own nails to do the shaping. So here you can see my nail is broken. So the first thing I need to do is cut off the shape I want. So I'm gonna do, I think, 1 oval, 1 rounded, and 1 squirrel. So let's cut the shape first. And for this finger, I'm gonna do squirrel. For the middle finger, I'm gonna do an oval shape. So let me cut it first. So cut the shape most likely, so save more time. If we want to make our nail shorter, make sure you divide it to 2 parts. So don't cut it at the whole time. Do it like left and right. So here's how it looks like. So I finished the cut part. Let's do the squirrel first. Use the emery board to do the first step, which is the free edge. Make the free edge straight. So when you do it, you have to make sure your angle is right, like this. Now we go to the side, make it straight. So make sure your emery board is go under the nail, like this, and go from up to down. You will see it's go under it, and it's straight right now. Under it, 1, 2, 3. See, it's straight. Then go to the other side. And make sure it's under your nail. 1, 2, 3. Or you can change a little bit, it doesn't matter. So just don't go back and forward. If you use it on your natural nail, it should be just one direction. Now we can see it's straight right now. Check out both sides and the square edge. Then we're gonna do the last step is make a little bit oval shape on the corner. So see my angle here, it's a little bit different. So it's go from the sides to the middle of the free edge. So watch out my pliers angle with the nails. It's very important if you do it right. Then let's see how it looks like. Then I'm gonna do the oval shape for this one. So let's make the sides straight first. 1, 2, 3. And the other side, make it straight as well. Then let's take a look to see if it's balanced. So it's the middle of your whole finger, not just your nail. Sometimes the middle of your finger can be different from your middle of the nail. So make sure you use your finger, not your nail. Okay, it's finished. Let's make rounded shape for the middle finger. Let's make the sides straight first. Then let's make the rounded shape. Use the AB line as your diameter. Imagine to draw a circle inside of your nail. Try your best to find a place you can use as a support area so you can use your power evenly. Use the same method to check if it's balanced again. Do a little bit adjustment. Since this finger is a little bit broken, so it's a little bit hard to make the shape. Now it's done. We have one oval and one rounded shape. You see here, this is my AB point, and draw a circle inside. These are the shapes we have. Take a look. Now we're gonna do a cuticle removal. The first part, we're gonna soften our cuticle. So we put one drop for each finger and use cuticle pusher. Don't put your index finger on your pusher. Let's make our cuticle soft first. So the angle between our pusher and the nail is 45 degrees. Don't make it too high or too low. And let's start from the middle. 1, 2, 3. And the side. Make sure you don't use much power on it. Just do it gently, and you will see some loose cuticle comes out. Now we're gonna do it one more time to make sure all the loose cuticle has been removed. Now we're gonna use a clean nail pad. Make a small triangle. Use that tip to clean up the pocket. So after we push the cuticle, there's some part of the cuticle will left the nail, and we can use other side to check if it's all pushed up. So this is the part we call it pocket. Since I don't have too much cuticle, so my pocket is very small. You barely can see it. Now I'm gonna use some clean water to clean up all the loose cuticle. When it's done, hopefully you can see the differences. And you can check it's clean now. Now we're gonna use the cuticle ripper to cut off the loose cuticle. This is the way how we hold it in Japanese nail style. When we cut it, we move to the back. Let's start from the right side first. So find the start point, cut it like this, little by little, and we're gonna use the tip to cut it. When you use the tip push on the cuticle, you won't feel hurt. That's the right boundary you can cut it. So make sure when you use the tip to push on it, you will see some part of the loose cuticle has been pushed up. That's the safe zone. Now we can change the size to the left. This time we're gonna use the left tip to cut it. Then you have the loose cuticle being cut out, and it's quite clean now. But we can use the nail pop to make it moisturize first. Then we can cut it for the second round to make sure there is no loose cuticle left. You see, I can still get a little loose cuticle in it. See, I'm gonna find the boundary first, then cut it. And we change to the left. For my middle finger, I really don't have too much loose cuticle, so hopefully you can see it clearly. Then use the water to clean up and to moisturize it. Then we do the second round. we need to clean up the hand nail as well. Let's do the last check to see if they still have some loose cuticle on it. And we are done for the cuticle removal part. Let's take a look. Hopefully you can see it clearly, see the differences. And we're gonna do the last part, which is polishing. We're gonna use the spongy buffer. If this is your natural nail, make sure you buff it in one direction. Don't go back and forward. And now you can see all the nails are matte. Clean up the under parts and we're finished. Before we start coloring, we're gonna tell you how to open a brand new brush. So here's a brush from Candy Puff. First, you need to make it soft. Then add it in the alcohol. You will see some bubbles come out, and make sure you dip it until all the bubbles are gone. Then we're gonna use the base gel to moisturize our brush. Take out some of the gel and make sure all the gels are going to the brush. Then clean it up. So it's the same method as we how to clean a brush. Use the primer on 90% alcohol to clean up your nail first. Before you apply the gel, make sure it's all matte. Then we're gonna apply the base gel first. Take out a small amount of the gel. Apply half of our nail first. Then we're going to use the corner to make the edge as close as you can. Or you can try the different angle to make the edge. Try your best to take advantage of your brush. And then we're gonna make the gel even now. And don't forget about the free edge. Then cure it. And you will see it's not quite even for my nail surface. So I'm gonna do the second base layer to make it even. So use your brush to make a Z line go towards down to the free edge. Then try to make it as even as you can. You can flip it down and let it flow by itself to do the self-leveling. Then we need to check under the lights, and it's okay right now. You can cure it. Now we are going to apply our color gel. This is 108 from our Nordic collection. Take a small amount of a gel, apply half of it as well. Then make the edge first. Don't worry about if the color is not even right now. We are just trying to make the edge as close as you can. Then after that, we're gonna make the color even and cure it. Let's apply the second layer. It's the same process. This time you don't have to worry about the edge, because we already make the first one perfect. After we make the color even, then apply the free edge and cure it. Now we are going to our last step with the top gel. This time I used the bottle one from Candy Plus. Apply half of it first. Then use the brush to make the free edge. Then try to make your top gel even. Cure it. Now this is how it looks like. Our last step is use your emery board to clean up maybe some dust under it. Then you are all good. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me from the group or comment below. Thank you.